Hey, everybody. Welcome back to JC's Learning Edge, where we help self paced learners crush their goals and graduate way faster. So, if you're serious about getting that degree without wasting time, I really believe today's live is going to flip a switch in your mindset. As you know, today's topic is this one truth is why you're not graduating sooner. You see, this one isn't just about study tips or course planning, like we've talked about in the past. We're going to go a little deeper than that today. So if you ever ask yourself, why am I not further along? Please stick around because we're about to uncover a mindset block that most students never even realize they have. So let's talk about the one thing sabotaging your degree progress. And trust me, it's not what you think. See, everyone's always focused on time. I don't have time to study. If I just had more time, I finished my degree. But listen, time isn't the real problem because time's neutral. We all get the same 24 hours. So how come some people graduate early and others drag it out for years? Here's the difference. Mental clarity. Let me introduce you to a term called cognitive overload creep. This happens when you're constantly switching between priorities, trying to keep track of dozens of tasks in your head, consuming way more content than you're actually applying. And before you know it, you're burned out, distracted, and doubting yourself. But here's what I realize, it's not your potential that's lacking, it's your focus that's fractured. Let me say that again. It's not your potential that's lacking, it's your focus that's fractured. Now, think about that. You don't need more capability, you need less clutter. Now, let me break this down. You've got big goals, but you're carrying the weight of unfinished tasks. You're carrying the weight of digital distractions. You're carrying the weight of emotional noise, and it's silently stealing your momentum. You're trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of bricks on your back. And one of those bricks is perfectionism. You keep saying, I'll start when everything's in place. I just need the right planner or the perfect schedule. But that perfectionism is just wearing a graduation cap. No, it's just fear wearing a graduation cap. Let me be real with you. Self-paced education rewards starters, not perfectionists. You don't need more prep. You need action. So it's everything ain't gonna be perfect. Everything ain't gonna seem perfect. As what I just read to you, self-paced education rewards starters, not perfectionists. I wasn't perfect during my journey. As I said, I failed classes, had papers sent back. I was not a perfectionist, but I started. And that momentum pushed me all the way till I finished, my educational journey. And it could do the same for you. So get out of that perfectionist mindset. That that mindset will keep you stuck because no one is perfect. We're all human. Be a starter, not a perfectionist. Now, I want to dive into three ways you can fix this today and get back on track to fast track, your graduation. Number one, stop multi-learning. You see, I researched this. This one is very sneaky. We think we're being productive by following five productivity YouTubers, taking notes from three different course apps, downloading every free study planner on the internet. But guess what? Every new system you try without mastering the first one is just another delay tactic. It's the illusion of progress, but the truth is you're still stuck in the same situation you were in. So here's my call to action for this. I want you to pick one approach that works and go all in on it for the next 30 days. For example, use WGU's pacing model if that's where you're enrolled. Choose one study technique and stick to it. Block a consistent study window every day, even if it's just 45 minutes. Um, you see, you don't need a better method. You need to commit to one and trust the process. That's what you need to do because as I said, that's where that mental clutter comes in. Now, number two, I want you to set minimum variable wins. Most students overplan and underfinish. I'm gonna say that again. Most students overplan and underfinish. They say things like, "I'll study all day Saturday. I'll catch up on everything this weekend." And what happens? When that time comes, you get overwhelmed, you procrastinate, and then you binge watch Netflix. Instead, use this principle I call minimum variable wins. This means setting tiny, specific, winnable goals that builds momentum. So here's what this looks like. Instead of I'll write three pages of my paper, say I'll write one paragraph. Instead of I'll do 4 chapters of reading, say I'll read until I understand one concept. You see, when you win small, your brain releases dopamine, which makes you want to keep going. Those little wins create compounding progress. That's part of the reason I accelerated through my degrees. One tiny finish at a time. Because when you look at the big picture, you can get overwhelmed. That's why I always say it's important to break it down into smaller goals. Now, the third one, protect your mind space. See, this one might be the most important. Because let me ask you this: how often do you study with your phone in your hand? You see, every ding, every notification, every quick scroll on TikTok or YouTube, it resets your brain's focus. Now, here's the truth: you don't have a productivity problem, you have an interruption addiction. I'm gonna say that again. You don't have a productivity problem, you have an interruption addiction. And the worst part is some of your biggest distractions are people you love. That friend who always calls during your study time, that cousin who keeps asking you to chill for a bit, that family member who doesn't believe online learning is real school. But you have to be willing to set those boundaries, with others and with yourself. So here's my call to action for this. I want you to use the focus mode on your phone for study sessions. Turn off YouTube autoplay when you're not learning. Set clear expectations with your circle. So like from 6 to 8 I'm unavailable. This is just now this is just an example. Whatever works for you. But like from 6 to 8 I'm unavailable. I'm building my future. And then see how they respond to that. You see, every moment you reclaim is one step closer to your graduation or whatever goal you put in place. As I said, I try to give you tips that are very uh, universal, whether you're in school, you're starting a business, or you're in a company, whatever. Now, let me leave you with this quote I felt was so powerful. It says, "The cost of your next level is the comfort of your current distractions." I'll say that again. The cost of your next level is the comfort of your current distractions. If you're not where you want to be, I want you to ask yourself, what am I unwilling to give up that's keeping me stuck? See, if you're going to get better just in life in general, you got to have these times of self evaluation. All right. Now, if this is really hitting home with you and you're ready to go deeper, you have to check out my ebook, Graduate in Half the Time: The Secrets of Self-Paced Learning. You see, this isn't just hype or fluff. It's the exact strategies I used to earn my bachelor's degree in 1 year and my MBA in under 3 months. See, in this book, I break down how to design your degree plan backwards, which we talked about before, the mental traps that delay progress, and my personal system to finish school while others are still figuring it out. You can grab your copy today. The link is in my bio. And listen, these weekly lives are good, but they're only surface level compared to my book and my course. So please check it out. A $20 investment can save you thousands and help you build your future. So again, if this live gave you a new way to look at your education, I want you to drop a fire in the chat or comments. And here's your challenge for the week: uninstall one app, block one distraction, complete one course module. Start showing up for your future self today. And remember, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone else who's serious about finishing strong. And that being said, I'll see you next Friday, same time, same energy. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay accelerated. Peace.